Clean shirt, might I add. And wipe the camera real quick. BB and Jack Pros, how's everybody doing today? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. It's early in the morning. We got a couple of things to talk about. That's for one. Two, we were planning on going to Times Square yesterday. Y'all was like, yo, it's gonna rain like crazy. I looked at the damn app. It said it was gonna rain like crazy. It rained like crazy for like 20 minutes or some shit. And then it was like regular. So today, I think we're gonna be going to Times Square. I'm gonna pull up over there. I'm gonna chill out and try to talk to some people, create some of them contents over there, do them things. So that's what I plan on doing today. Probably gonna go shortly after this live, as soon as this live is over. With that being said, I have some conversations to talk about today. I want to talk about global politics, geopolitics, but for reasons. Just so we could be clear, because there's a lot of stuff going on that they're not talking about over here in America. I just want to keep y'all a little bit apprised. At least our community could know a little bit about what's going on. I don't know much, any information that you guys could bring will also be great. But I do think that these are conversations that we have to have, because often I think that the lost concept of war is that when a nation goes into war, that means that their resources is also going into war. That means that in the nation where we're at, their resources are going to be slim. And that's another reason why I keep pointing out. Why is our president and the Democrats going so hard fighting certain political battles, while we're also leaving ourselves open globally because of our sanctions and the politics that we have with other nations have created such problems. I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to choose my words carefully, so you got a part of me, all right? So, I want to discuss that. But before we get to any of that, I want to say something real quick. First thing is this. The Mayor Eric Adams, has just spoken out about the robbery that happened in the Parrot with the pastor in Canarsie. Listen and pay attention. I want to be clear on this. I don't even know how much more clear to be. Sometimes I see things happen, and I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's just a setup. I'd be like, yo, this shit can't be real. We're going to do roll call at the 7-minute mark. I'd be like, people got to be in on this. It can't be real. Then this morning, I heard the pastor speaking to the press. So I want to apologize to that man. And the reason being is, I didn't take into consideration when those men ran up in there with them weapons, that the people that worked for him weren't the only people in the building. There was women, children in the building, men in the building, people there trying to worship the Most High in the building. Those people were definitely traumatized, especially the smallest of them. Eric Adams have recently, he dropped a comment on it. And I want to be clear on this. And this is what I keep trying to explain. This is the best way to put it. Right now, it's like the different law enforcement organizations are battling. They all battling for clout. So the different law enforcement agencies are looking for opportunities to flex their muscle and look good in the public. I told y'all just like a week ago, the mayor had a meeting of the fucking mayors. Who does this? I mean, like, is this really a thing? They had a meeting of the mayors. Our mayor in New York City, Eric Adams, called, I don't know how many other mayors, but apparently mayors from other places came over here. They had a whole big feast. What do you really think is going on? You think this is a game? I digress. Whoever was involved in that, when they find, if they find whoever was involved in that, yeah. Yeah, everybody, whoever knows these niggas, and if they pull up on y'all trying to do something with this jewelry, the best explanation I have is you never seen them and you never seen the jewelry. Copy? That's the best advice I could give to anybody that these dudes might try to run up on and sell this to. You never seen them, you never seen the jewelry. I don't know what nobody's talking about. Never seen you niggas. Straight up. As soon as they pull up like, yo, what do you think we can do? Never seen you niggas. Never seen you niggas. I'm just advising everybody on that. Anyway, let's talk about this war shit real quick. Let's do roll call. It says 7 minutes, right? So we got 30 seconds left, but let's go. Shout out to Roogie Alves. He says, morning for salute BB and family. Salute to you, my brother, in YouTube. Shout out to Daniel. Hey, how you doing today? Daniel says, good morning, good mood. Jack Frost, chilling, man. Boom, salute. How you doing? What up, Dynasty Vision? Says, shaking my head, shaking all of my heads. Listen and pay attention. I want to be extremely clear on this. I know that people don't realize that we actually are in WW3 right now, but we are. You do know this, right? Do you know this? Or is this something that you know? Or am I putting you on the game right now? What up, Sebastian Tempest? He says, salute BB and fam. Good morning, Jig. Is this something you know, or am I putting you on the game right now? I'm about to explain like 3 or 4 problems America has in like 2 seconds. Well, it's going to take way longer, but you get the point. Is this something that you knew, or is this you're just realizing this, or is this something that you think I'm going crazy, you just don't agree with me? Put it in the chat, I want to know. Just please be respectful. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Be respectful. That's it. Put it in the chat. Listen. What is a WW? Do you consider a WW when people come over here to America? Because there's only wars that's been fought over here in America has not been with the Europeans except for one time. And none of those were WWs. So what do you consider a WW? Okay, so the first thing I want to be clear of is apparently Russia has invited America onto the battlefield. But they have also said if America touches Crimea, I don't know how to say that, Crimea, if they touch that spot, then all bets are off, and if you touch that area, then whatever you kind of civility you thought we had is out the window. That's basically what Russia just said also. What I believe is, I'll say that again, listen and pay attention. Russia said, look, we want to meet y'all guys on the battlefield. That tells me 2 things. Well, there's one thing for sure it tells me. What does that tell you? If you have any opinion on that, put it down here. Rugi Hauser said, I asked about the Crimea Peninsula yesterday, but you didn't read that comment. I probably didn't see it. Let me make sure I got live chat on. My apologies, Rugi. I probably didn't see it, to be honest with you. I got to make sure I put live chat on. I hit it again to make sure it will activate it. Let me scroll up now and see if I missed anybody. Yeah, no, I probably just didn't see it, my brother. I don't remember seeing it. So I'm telling you, I probably just didn't see it. So, speak on that, if you don't mind. I probably just didn't see it, man. A lot of times I don't see y'all comments because it don't be on live chat, and I don't see it, and people be thinking like I'm dubbing them. I just don't see it. That's why it's good when y'all get into a conversation with other people. Also, remember, if you barely ever comment, you more likely won't be in my live chat. And I think that if you comment, but you're like not up to date with me, I don't think I see it. I think you have to be like up to date with me for me to see it. They show me top chat. See, top chat makes some messages visible. Like, that helps me not see spam. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when I have the other shit on and they come in here and spam, I don't see all that bullshit. My apologies. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, everything I do make people super sensitive. With that being said, listen, pay attention. What does that tell you? They said, Joe, look what Russia said. They said, Joe, Putin, out his own mouth, said, Joe, we'd be happy to see America on the battlefield. And then some other dude was talking, it wasn't Putin. And he says, basically, like, we don't care what's going on, but don't touch that area over there. So what does that, to me, I think Russia just wants to beat America on the battlefield in front of the whole world. I think that right now, under this administration, Russia believes they could beat us. I think under different administration, like Trump, they wouldn't even have did it because they cool with Trump. But under this specific administration, I believe that they can beat us. I want to go back to something that was said that when Hillary Clinton was running against Trump. This is the part that I keep trying to remind people about. Other nations said that if Hillary won, there was going to be a war. Other people said if Hillary won, there was going to be a war. They have wars on the battlefield right now, if that's what you want to call it. They literally in the Ukraine. Anywhere where you got two armies fighting at is the battlefield. Right? Tell me where I'm wrong. So, I think that that's why we don't understand that there's one going on, though, because we don't see it. We're not getting all the information that's happening from other countries. Y'all just think we are. We're not getting everything. Remember when I was telling y'all Russia was winning, and somebody tried to come in here and tell me the Ukraine was winning? I think, hold on, just so we can be clear. I think initially I said, what up, Locke? I said that Ukraine was winning, right? And then I got some information, and I came back and told y'all, yo, we getting bad information. They lying to us. The Ukraine is not winning. Ukraine is losing. They've been giving us bad intel about what's going over there the whole time. Let me explain something to y'all, something about this oil prices, which what a lot of people are not paying attention to. I said a battlefield is anywhere where two armies are fighting. If that doesn't cover every single thing that you said, are you just trying to find some way to have a problem with me? My answer was a battlefield is anywhere where two armies are fighting. That's my answer. You want me to be more specific? I don't understand. Oh, no, you're agreeing with me, Rugi. Boom, there you go. No. Rugi is agreeing with me. You asking him that. Yeah, boom. Alright, copy. Hey, what up, Lo? Like, yeah, it could be anywhere where two armies is fighting is a battlefield. A battlefield could be the internet. A battlefield could be the sky. A battlefield could be submarines. What do you call where submarines is fighting? That's a battlefield still, right? It's under the water. They still battling, right? In an area. My fault, I read that shit wrong. My apologies. Alright, listen, pay attention. The first stage, Russia has won. Allegedly. Guess where Nancy Pelosi is headed? Anybody knows where Nancy Pelosi is headed? I think I'm about to make me a little coffee. Anybody knows where Nancy Pelosi is currently headed? Anybody knows where Nancy Pelosi is currently headed? Yeah. Shout out to Jay Samuels. Loke says, yeah, people still getting bombed and clapped up on battlefields. Jay Samuels says, Taiwan. Do you know what China said will happen if she goes to Taiwan? I like when we got you guys in. You guys is killing it this morning. I'm having a different discussion right now, Blank Man. What up, your boy Jimmy Belcher said, morning, Frost, salute. Does anybody know what China said is going to happen if she goes to Taiwan? China said it's up. Jay Samuels, Rugi Hauser said China said it's up. Yep. Jay Samuels says an act of war. Yep. Sebastian Tompkins, White House. What the fuck does that mean? China said White House? Did you get the correct translation? Listen and pay attention. All of you people who voted for Biden, not just voted for Biden when he was against Trump, but voted for Biden when they were when they was going for the Democratic nomination. It's your people fault. That's why we have this war right now. You see, when y'all had choices other than Biden, y'all still chose Biden. You have choices other than Biden. Our president can't even say sentences. His mental faculties have so deteriorated that he's having problems reading a teleprompter. You motherfuckers voted a dude to be president. To be president. You heard? That's almost 80 years old. Shuffle. Literally, this is no cap. Literally, this is no cap. Greg Thomas said they feel stupid now, Trump 2024. Do you notice that the other countries in the world are beefing with the Democrats? Kobe the Great says, Star said that last night the pastor did 5 years for scamming and fraud, so I believe it was 100% an insurance job. Canarsie is known for credit card fraud. Just so we can be clear. Didn't I say that yesterday? I said I think this shit was an insurance fraud. he just kind of got my heart when he started talking about all those people that's in the parish that got screwed over. If he really did do that for insurance fraud, I hope they get his ass too. But if he didn't, yo, also, if the gangs in that area know none of y'all had nothing to do with that fucking pastor's, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. Oh boy, I'm gonna be quiet. I don't want to talk about that. I'm too smart to be talking about that. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm too smart to be talking about that. I appreciate you, Kobe the Great. But we talking about politics right now. We're gonna stay on point. I'm too smart to be talking about that. Rugi Hauser said the Woo did it. Laugh out my laugh. I don't know who did it. Why you had me say that? Somebody's gonna say I'm saying that. I'm not saying anybody did it. Oh no, did it aliens? What the fuck did it? How about that? Them some aliens. Some niggas had on disguises. They looked like humans. They wasn't. Fuck you talking about? I don't know who those dudes was. I think they was colorblind though. Fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about? Yeah, so fuck that shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm too smart for that. I'm gonna say some shit. I'm not talking about that. Thank you, Rookie. Thank you. I appreciate you. Get that shit up out of there. Yeah, and I said that shit. And that's why I had to do the long explanation after that. So if anybody ever try to say, yo, Jack said the thing, be like, yo, tell them with a timestamp in the video. I bet you they didn't play the whole clip. Please, no all caps, Greg Thomas. Shout out to Greg Thomas. Please, no all caps. They call all black people. They said Trump. They called us times. Now look. Please, no all caps. Please, no all caps. He says they call all black people. They said Trump. They called us times. Look, pay attention. I want to be clear on something. Tell me what other nation gets upset when Republicans show up. It seems like these other countries are always pissed off when the Democrats show up. Tell me where I'm wrong. Shout out to Susan Bortspadil with the $5 drop. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? He says, good morning. Susan Bortspadil pulls up into the saloon. He says, we love you, baby girl. We gives her a little bit of mocha latte. We gives her a blueberry muffin. We gives her a banana. She sits in the corner and enjoys the sunrise. Shout out to Susan Bortspadil pulling up. Ho! We're playing Red Dead Redemption tonight after the Tonight Show. Who wants to get on with me? Greg Thomas is pure blood. I'm not doing that. But you understand what I'm saying, right? Oh man, for the people that don't know why I'm laughing. This guy's funny and messed up all at the same time. But yo, look. All of these other countries are pissed off that the Democrats show up. You don't never hear them mad when the Republicans show up. Tell me where I'm wrong. I don't know if it's cross-platform. Check it out, Samuel. You could... How he get all of the freaking, he got all of the shots, and he still caught it. Yo, homie, how you get all of the shits? Homie, you got all of the shits, and you still caught it. How did that happen? Yo, I thought these things were supposed to protect us from all of the infection, from all of the... Wait, I thought these things were supposed to protect us from all of the infections. Red Dead 2, tonight after the Tonight Show. Let's get a squad together. I thought that was supposed to protect us, but it didn't protect use. Shout out to him, man. He told y'all still running to get them jabs, ain't you? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear. Y'all still running to get them shits. Now y'all gonna all run and get the other new jabs too, right? Y'all gonna go get all of the jabs. Shout out to that shit. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. What other countries get upset when the Republicans show up? Other countries get upset when the Democrats show up. Tell me where I'm wrong. What up, soul brother number one? Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm not saying other countries never want Republicans to come over. I'm saying when we hear about them being upset, it's usually over Democrats. Tell me where I'm wrong. There's always exceptions to every rule. So if you're saying I'm wrong because there's an exception to the rule, this conversation is too mature for you. Your boy Jimmy Belcher says I'm gonna have to get Red Dead 2 Friday. Alright, that's what it is. Then it's called the Saloon, by the way. We're gonna get some shit together. We're gonna get some bread together and get our own server on one of these video games. We're gonna get something with cross-platform. Put our own server together, and we have our own BBN network server. That's what we're gonna do. And whoever wanna come rock, $5 a month or some shit. Who's down? Who the fuck down? We get our own fucking server. What game y'all wanna do it for? GTA? Let's get our own GTA BBN network server. Who down? That's cross-platform. Who down? And then y'all do some dope shit. You send it to me. We make some fucking... Oh! I just had an incredible idea. Somebody look into how doing that. One of you motherfuckers that ain't working today. Because all you niggas got jobs. I know that. But one of you motherfuckers that's good with this shit that ain't working today, look up how we can get a server going. Copy? If we could build one ourselves, it'd be better. Okay, so we get a gaming console. We gotta buy a gaming console. Boom. Shout out, who said that? Shout out to Kobe the Great. We gotta get a gaming console. Boom. So that's the next thing that we need to get over here. Gaming console. Boom. I've ran servers before, by the way. I used to run a Battlefront 2 server on PlayStation 2. I ran it for about 2 years, and it was very successful. I was one of the more successful servers actually on Battlefront 2 in the world, just so we can be clear. Yeah, I was one of the more successful video game. To this day, hold on, I'm going to show you how real it is. I'm going to show you how real it is. I'm still in the community from then. I had one of the most successful gaming platforms in the world for Battlefront 2. This is not cap. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, stop listening to these niggas that's telling you they started me some shit. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? I've been doing this shit since PlayStation 2, my nigga. This is the server that we're still in. This is us on PlayStation 2. What up, Springs? It still got 54 of us in here. This is the name of our room. No cap. That's why I keep trying to tell you. Like, niggas, who the fuck made me, nigga? I made myself. God made me. That's who made me. Period. God. When I needed to learn something, he sent me through hard times. That's it. God made me. Let's keep it a stack. I've been doing this shit. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. Niggas just be capping. Niggas is cloud chasing, man. I've been doing this shit. I've been on the internet forever. They play, they actually play Star Trek. So, they game. They game. They got a whole I think they have a Star Trek server. They have servers. I'm going to go speak to them. I'm going to go speak to them when I'm setting my server up. I'm going to go talk to them. They know how to do it. What up, Springs? It's a Salute King. Boom. Let's go. Hey, we getting into gaming. We got a lot of gamers over here in our community. We going to get a fucking gaming computer over here. And then we going to start setting up servers and doing our shit. We BBN Network, my nigga. And then when y'all collect BBN Network content, we going to start reposting that shit. I know a couple of y'all niggas know how to edit. Y'all can put that shit together. Y'all can make, I'll make some BBN gaming pages. Y'all can make your own pages. Y'all can make your own pages, your own BBN content pages on YouTube. You part of the community, you fuck with me. We create content, you repost content, you do what you do. We rock. I make sure when you ever YouTube hit me up, nah, you cleared to put whatever. Why not? When I tell people to do this, they want to beef with me. That's the issue. You understand? So when we get some people that actually want to put in the work and you want your own page and you actually want to make content, you don't just want your own page because you want to be on the internet talking shit. You want your own page because you actually are a content creator. You like editing video game footage. You like playing video games. Holla at me. I don't care what game it is. We need somebody on every game. The fuck is you talking about? We need somebody on every single game, so I don't care what game it is. As our money get better and better and better as it's getting, we'll buy more fucking computers and make more fucking servers. What are you talking about? What y'all down or not? Give me 1 second. Let's get a gaming computer up in this bitch. Why did I make myself make 2 steps? I'm gonna put some water on for me, some coffee, y'all. Give me 1 second. What we could do is, on different nights, we play different games after the Tonight Show. So depending on what night it is depending on what game we gonna rock after the Tonight Show. What server we going to? Where the party at? Give me 1 second. I'm about to show y'all something that I do. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I promise you, it makes the coffee so much better. So I usually get my coffee, and there's nothing in here. It's just the coffee with the milk. And I don't got sugar because I'm gonna use creamer or whatever, and got sugar in it already. I'm not trying to get diabetes. So I mix this shit together before I put the hot water in, and I'm gonna let you know right now, the shit be so much smoother. Like the taste is smoother. Like it's just so much smooth. It's less harsh. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna get those servers together. But once obviously we got to make sure that we get the computer. As soon as we get the computer and I can get the server going and we get the shit up. But until then, we'll be playing every night after the Tonight Show. And let's make a list so we can plan which games we're going to be playing every night, so we can have everybody together that want to do something, so it's not just on the fly. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. He says, good morning, family. The grind doesn't stop, so blessings to all, blessings to all. He says, Jack, you're a great champion. You great too, my bro. We all great. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Whenever we helping somebody else be the best thing that they could be, in that moment, we being the best us that we could be. So go out there and be great. God first, man. What's up? We all got our own battles and struggles that we go through. That's why we're not supposed to laugh at others when they're going through their battles and their struggles, just because their battles and their struggles are different. Let's get back to this war, if y'all don't mind. Can we get back to this war? Let's get back to this war. Oh, I'm going to be in Times Square today. I'm going down to Times Square today. We're going to see if we can collect some. I'm going to go talk to strangers. I don't know if we're... I'm going to go down to Times Square, man. I'm going to go talk to strangers. We're going to see if we can get some footage. We're going to do things. I'm going to try to be much more affable. I just don't be affable in public sometimes because I'm just, like, I ain't going to lie. Like, I don't want to argue. I really don't want to argue. And when I first started being on the internet, I had a lot of good experiences. Don't get it wrong. I had a lot of great experiences in public. Like some dope shit that really just made me realize this is what I want to do. But I had some experiences that's like, my dude, if like this year alone, if I fought every single person that came up to me and had an issue, I would have at least had about 15 to 20 fights this year already. I don't got time for that, homie. But they don't look at it like that. They look at it, well, why can't you just fight me, though? They don't look at it as, you look at it like, man, ain't nobody got time for this. This shit is just old. Ooh, I pulled that shit directly onto my hand. Happy on me. I've had 3. Y'all saw 1. In the last couple of years, I've had 3. Y'all saw 1. I had 3. Y'all saw 1. And the only reason why I showed that one, for the most part, is because I was outnumbered. I know nobody wasn't gonna believe me. I know nobody was gonna believe me. I probably, if it would have probably, I don't know. I probably would have let it die down at some point. But yeah, when the second guy came, I was like, oh man, if I walk away now, they definitely gonna roll up on me. This is right. They waiting for me to let my guard down. Anyway, let's get back to Russia. And once again, okay, remember when think about all the other countries that get pissed off every time the Democrats show up. Okay, so if the Democrats are such great humanitarians, why the only countries that they go to and help are like the Caribbean and Africa? There are a ton of other countries that have people that need help. Why aren't they in okay, not in the Middle East, I understand, but why aren't they in other countries? Why are they in all other countries where there is nobody watching over what they're doing to their population? I want to explain something to y'all for anybody that's about to say a third world. You know Dubai is a third world country? Look it up if you don't believe me. So I don't want to hear they're only in third world countries. Dubai is a third world country. Look it up if you don't believe me. I think people don't know what a third world country is. A third world country isn't a country that's fucking on the cusp of everybody dying from famine. Alright? That's not what a third world country is. It has to deal with something else totally not even that. We learned a lot of wrong things growing up that we held on to. We learned a lot of things in elementary school that we held on to. All of us, depending on what your curriculum was. And that's another reason in which why we have a lot of misunderstandings. We just learned a lot of shit that we still hold on to, and we have to let it go in order to grow. This is a fact. Like when they tell you "I before E, except after C" or some shit like that, and then you learn that's not necessary. They had to tell us like that because it was too confusing to tell our brains something different at that time. You understand? Another way that they program our children, and I just want to say this and then get back to what we're talking about, but another way that they program our children is with pictures. So look through your child's textbooks and notice often when you see pigmented individuals, people that have pigment, they're going to usually be in some kind of savage role or in some kind of, do I want to say perfunctory? Is that the word I'm going to use? Okay. They're in some kind of savage role, or they're lower, or they're being either used to prop up someone else, or especially like not now as much because we have a lot of authors that are black and that those books get in schools. But I'm talking about the books from when I was growing up, the books from the 80s, the books from the 70s, the books from the 90s. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand a lot of these people are now in control and in power, and they have innate preferences, because you know a lot of our preferences are actually innate. A lot of things that we like and don't like, we don't know that we like and we don't like. You understand what I'm saying? Like you ever do something and then somebody one day say, "Why you do this and not that?" And you're like, well, "I don't know, just always did it this way." That is way too hot to drink. I was about to do a spit take. It's about to be everywhere. It's about to be all over the places. So I say that to say this. Democrats, other countries are not at war with America. Other countries are at war with the Democrats. It's like when somebody comes into this chat to come argue with me, and I kick them, and then they say, "Oh, he don't want none of us in here." No, I don't want to argue. If you have an actual point, we discuss the point, and after we discuss the point, I want to move on. You want me to talk about this one thing for 2 hours. If I don't talk about this one thing for 2 hours, you're going to say that I don't respect what you're talking about. No, I get it. So I'm going to kick you out immediately. So there's no reason for me to go back and forth with you if this is going to be what your energy is going to be. So just like Democrats, instead of Democrats saying, you know, them other countries is really pissed off at the shenanigans that they think that we're doing, because I'm not saying that they aren't. At the shenanigans that they think that we're doing, instead of saying that, they're saying, "Oh, they hate America. They hate freedom." Whatever happened to all of them jabs you got, homeboy? How did you end up still getting the situation? Dude, you still got the whole situation. You got 1 million jabs. You got the presidential jab. If you notice, both presidents scored it, by the way. This shit still too much. If you notice, both presidents scored it. Just be mindful of that. Never forget that part. Never forget that part. Both. Trump had caught it, and then Trump was just acting like he was just a real, "I'm okay, and they gonna kill me." Trump, Trump catch COVID, and he just on some real fuck COVID shit. I don't care. Trump don't care. So I'm gonna say this real quick. All of you people that voted for Biden, and I'm not talking about the people that voted for Biden instead of Trump. I'm talking about all of you people that voted for Biden to get Biden to where he had to go against Trump. It's your fault. Y'all had a choice of choosing somebody else, and y'all chose Biden. And I think Biden, like, absolutely killed it, by the way. They only announced the politicians catching to scare the masses and as an election rollout. Well, yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that whether he has it or not, you can't tell me that he took all of those jabs and now you're telling me he has it. You get it? So what the jabs is doing? There's some people that believe this is really just biological warfare. That's how come they know when to tell you to stay inside or not. There's some people that believe that. Both presidents caught it. I am going to put a little bit more of something in here because this shit is too fast. Can't be drinking this. Jay Samuel says supposedly they are to protect jabs, to protect you from getting it. Supposedly. We learned everything except taxes and credit scores to keep us spending money for the economy. Okay, so I'm gonna say this in the best way possible. There's nothing wrong with having a job. There is nothing wrong with that. I worked as a mover on and off for about 30 years. I've worked so many hard, difficult jobs, and most of them was rewarded. This is not a complaint. Most of them were rewarded. I worked jobs to help keep me in shape so I could play sports. Really was not, there's no complaint. Now, with that being said, right? Schools in our communities are built for purposes that are different than schools in other communities. They have a different purpose. The country needs its non-skilled laborers. Every country. That's what our schools are meant to churn out. Non-skilled laborers. When you realize that, then you'll understand why they're not teaching us about the economy. When you realize that, that's why, they have a big push for the arts and for sports. They want to make sure that they get certain people, the ones that stand out, they want to remove them out of that group of people that are meant to be the laborers. So, I say all that to not drag nobody because I don't see there's nothing wrong in doing hard labor at all. I used to move people for a living. If I have to explain to you how difficult that is to wake up and do every day, I don't know what to tell you. Every day. Loved it. Met a lot of dope people. My first book, I actually got help editing it from a lawyer I moved. I was moving him and I was telling him about my book, and the motherfucker looked at me and said, "Why in the hell are you doing this?" I said, "Doing what?" He said, "Why are you working in this type of job?" He said, because he's been talking to me for the last 2 or 3 hours. He said, "You're smart enough to do other things, and you create part of me. You're creative enough to do other things." He said he was busy pushing me at that point. And I still did move into storage still for about 10, 15 years. Not about 10 years after that. And a lot of people were pushing me to get into this field of something. A lot. That's why you can't tell me this ain't for me. Movers make good money. I gotta pay $600 for a 3-hour move this week in Gray Hustle. Especially when you're good at it. I'm good at it, my nigga. I'm good at it. I could come wrap up your whole fucking house in blankets and everything like this by myself. I'm good at it, good at it. This ain't a game. I don't know how I'm the GOAT, but I appreciate you. So yeah, so nah, I'm good at that shit. I love that shit. Like not for nothing. Like you crazy. My family been in the moving business for since I was a kid. Before I was born. My family used to basically have competitions to see who could carry the heaviest stuff up and down the most stairs. Do you understand? Like, this is what we did at work? Who could carry the heaviest piece up and down stairs? So when it was time to carry the heavy pieces, I was like, yeah, nigga. That's one thing that I would have to say that I would have to always thank my family for, no matter how estranged we might be, is the work ethic. When I'm in the right state of mind and I have what I need, I don't think anybody could beat me grinding. Especially if I'm doing something I like. Stop, Brian Johns. I don't do that anymore. But I would think about opening up a moving and storage company because I just know how to do it. And I could train some motherfuckers to work better than most of these niggas I see out here. That's a fact. I could train. I had a moving and storage company called Shirt and Stock Time Moving and Storage. That's a fact. Anyway, let's get back to it. I was gonna show y'all, but I'm not even gonna show y'all. I'm gonna let people say I'm lying. Yeah, I had a moving storage company called Shirt and Stock Moving Storage. For real. Trying to tell y'all, man. I'm the guy that said lazy though. I stay opening up businesses. I stay doing shit on the internet. I stay working for myself. But I'm the guy they call lazy though. What up, Major View? How you doing, my brother? I'm the guy they call lazy though. No, I didn't graduate ahead of anything. And why would being good at security? I'm just kicking you. There you go. I had two hard labor jobs, so that meant that I was head of my class at something. Well, I got time for that. I want to apologize. We're way off track. I'm going to get back on track right now, so let me catch you up. Basically talking about the politics and the wars that are happening over in Ukraine. Putin has just invited the Americans onto the freaking USA, onto the battlefield. One thing that they say is that they want us to stay from the Crimea, I don't know, peninsula or some shit like that. We gotta stay away from over there. We go anywhere near over there, then then it's lit, basically. Just so we could be clear. And so y'all could understand this. Russia had tested a nuke a couple of years ago, a while back. And the nuke's blast radius, or at least the not the blast radius, but the you know how far it the effects of it is, the blast radius, I guess, how far the effects of it is with the radiation and everything, was the equivalent of New York to like Ohio or some shit like that. So they have this bomb. It's the biggest bomb ever detonated, ever, right? So I want to be clear about something. You people that keep pushing the Democrats. You do not understand what y'all doing. Other countries got beef with the Democrats, not the Republicans. You motherfuckers is Hydra. You motherfuckers is Hydra. That's the best way I can put it. The Democrats is Hydra. Tell me where the fuck I'm wrong. Democrats is Hydra. You see, Trump was at war with China. Russia stayed out of it. Trump was at war. Trump is still at war with China. Trump still mentions China every opportunity he gets. China. He still mentions them niggas every opportunity he gets. Trump's still at war with China. But Trump was good with the Russians. How did China attack America? Biological warfare. Russia don't want to attack America though. Russia don't. They not in a. They want their land back, or what they perceive to be their land back, or some shit. So they not trying to attack America. I'm guessing. China is the niggas that's attacking America. And freaking the Middle East niggas that's pissed off at us for great reasons. You niggas just believe everything America do is right? Everything America do is just the right thing to do. You dudes really do believe that? I don't. The Democrats is Hydra. And probably not all the Democrats. But Hydra is hiding inside of the Democrats. That's a better way to put it. Hydra is hiding inside of the Democrats. Russia just opted out of the International Space Station. Didn't China opt out of the International Space Station just a little while ago? Didn't China opt out of the International Station just a little while ago? For everybody that don't know, what up, Alpha Omega? For everybody that don't know, most of the news that I get through the day is news like this. This is the type of news that comes to my phone. So Russia's opting. Didn't China just recently opt out of the fucking space station? Just like, I don't know, like last year, some shit? And y'all niggas paying attention, or am I the only one? I think I'm the only one paying attention. I think everybody's distracted. I think everybody's distracted. I think I'm the only one paying attention. Or we're the only people paying attention. I hate that my phone is doing this to me right now. Okay. You won. Stop doing stuff. And I wanted to show y'all a thing, but my phone is just, I don't know, it's just doing a ton of shit all by itself. Shout out to that. I'm gonna let you go over there and rest. Facts. I stopped keeping up with the world news. Gotta catch up. All the D glasses. I'm distracted right now. Anything, you know what I mean by that. Yo, look. Listen and pay attention. When Hillary Clinton was running for presidency, countries said that if she won, there was gonna be a war. Right? Boom. All right. Let's rewind. Do y'all remember all of the war crimes that Hillary Clinton was accused of committing when she was the Secretary of Defense? I'm not saying that she did any. I'm saying she was accused. Do y'all remember all the war crimes she was accused of committing when she was the Secretary of Defense? Besides the war crimes, do you remember all of the other crimes of humanity she was accused of committing while she was the Secretary of Defense over there in Haiti? No, I do no research, even though I be up on all of this shit constantly. I do no research, even though I'm constantly up on all of this shit. I do no research, though. God just puts it in my brain, I guess. I don't know how this works. You gotta ask the people that say I don't do no research. She was Secretary of the State, or was she Secretary of Defense? I'm not 100% sure. Let's just check. Was Hillary Clinton ever Secretary of the State?
Hillary Clinton served as the 67th United States Secretary of State under President Barack Obama from 2009 to 2013, overseeing the department that conducted the foreign policy of Barack Obama.
Secretary of the State. Boom. Appreciate you. That's so. All right. So that even is more. That actually improves my point. Colin Powell, Secretary of Defense. That actually proves my point. She was the Secretary of Foreign Affairs. That actually helps my point more than her being the Secretary of Defense. If I didn't know no better, I would think that the Most High wanted me to make that mistake so you could clarify it, so it could even prove what I'm saying to even be more true, because I didn't even understand the gravity of what I was saying when I was saying it. If she was the Secretary of the State and involved with the person that is director, basically, of Foreign Affairs, and you hear, if she becomes president, a ton of countries is going to declare war, or there is going to be a war. What the fuck is that telling you is going on? They don't even really got a reason to be mad at her. If she was Secretary of Defense, I get it. She was killing niggas. She was affairs of what in the hell? What in the hell? I don't know what to tell you. That shit all sounds more bananas to me now, to be honest with you. I don't know what to tell you. It sounds more bananas to me now. It makes less sense. It makes more sense. But it's like, what the fuck? That even more shows you just how, like, what's really going on out here. She was the Secretary of State involved with Foreign Affairs, and now you're trying to tell me that there's going to be a war if she becomes president? So that means to tell me that she was doing shit that was so fucked up. Imagine the shit that she wanted to do that they dubbed her on. Anyway, basically, this nigga being president is her being president. The same people is in charge. And that's why we got a war over there in the Ukraine. If Kamala Harris replaces Biden, I think us black Americans should be more concerned. Us black men should be more concerned than anyone. I'm just keeping it a stack with you. If Kamala Harris becomes president, us black men is fucked. Y'all niggas that's out there rooting for her just don't know no better. Once again, tell me something the Biden administration has did for black men. They're really only interested in helping women in general. Other than that, they're not really interested in helping anybody else. Women and then the LGBTQ community and then stuff outside of the country. That's it. They're not interested in helping anybody else. They just use us black guys for whenever we get shot. Then they show up in their kid. You understand? When we get shot, when we get killed, they show up in their kid. But other than that, they don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? Yeah. If she gets, we're fucked. That's why I sit back like this. I see these guys talking about Kamala Harris, and I'm like, yeah, but that's bad for us. Let me say, I'm like, yeah, but that's bad. Yo, that's bad. Whatever, Rob Campbell, that's bad. What are you talking about? Like, that's bad. Do you understand? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, yo, that's bad. Like, what the hell is you niggas talking about? Like, you really niggas is really out here talking about Kamala Harris? Like, that's a good thing? How? It's just a point of, is it just slaves, man? They can't help it. They just slaves. They believe that they have to vote for the Democrats because they're black. That's what their parents did. That's what their grandparents did. You know, I'm against slavery, so I have to be a Democrat. But then when you tell them, well, the Democrats was the people who actually wanted was throwing you into the middle of the war, getting you killed, and the Republicans was actually the North. Then now they don't want to talk about that. The sides has changed. The sides really changed? Have they really? Have they really? Because I don't think they've changed. At all. I don't even think it's close to change. I think that it's just been applied different. That's all. The servitude has been applied differently. That's it. The drugs, the clinics in our community, the crime, the lack of resources. You know what I'm saying? Our schools, the plantations, where we're learning how to be good slaves. Where we're learning that if anybody sticks out, handle them down. You understand? We're learning that if you see anybody that's extraordinary, you're supposed to try to prevent them from success. That's why no other real culture has this except for us. This is learned traits. This isn't innate in us as people. This is learned traits, and the weaker of us subdue to it the quickest. The weaker of us is quickest to be jealous of what somebody else has. You understand? The weaker of us is always quick to, you know what I'm saying, see something that somebody else have and now they want to try to remove it from them. You understand? So that energy. Just so we can be clear. That's it. Kamala Khan! Kamala Khan! Oh! My fault. I was working out an idea. I didn't want to say it out loud. Yeah, I was working out an idea. I didn't want to say it out loud by accident. So my fault. I had to visualize it for a second. Real quick. I had to create a memory so I don't forget it. Real quick. So our gas prices is going up. Okay, hold on. I digress. So the prices of our groceries is going up. The price on everything is going up. You got any idea why? Anybody has any idea why the prices on everything is going up? Does anybody know why the prices on your goods are actually going up? Besides a scarcity, because there's obviously a scarcity. If it's because remember they had the situation where the tankers all exploded or some shit like that. Oil up, boom, shot the Rugi Hauser. Yes, so you know most of the goods are transported through trucks, right? What up? It's a vibe. You know most of the goods that come to your neighborhood stores are transported on trucks. Guess what trucks have to spend to get across the country? Guess what happens when it's more expensive now by thousands of dollars to get a truck from Florida, from New York to Florida? Guess what happens now when it's more expensive because of oil to fly goods? What happens? What happens now when to fill up that diesel truck before it used to cost about $1,200, now it costs about $3,000? Well, yeah, those things that you're saying aren't wrong, but our economy is getting messed up for a different reason. Our dollar is being devalued. That's what's a problem with our economy. You do understand how inflation works, right? They're making more money, so our dollar's worth less. You understand how inflation works, right? Like, you understand how inflation works, right? They're making more money, so therefore our money has less value. So every time he decides to send money to another country in the trillions, he's devaluing our dollar. Well, I was just saying just random numbers, but thank you, your boy Jimmy Belcher. He just helped us out. He said it used to be about 700 to fill up, but now it's 1,000. Boom, thank you. I'm thinking about the percentages. That's a 30% markup, right? Yeah, I was way more than 30%. My dude, I'm taking your word for it. So, for the person that keeps talking about inflation, and you've been talking about it the whole time, no disrespect, but I'm giving you your answer until my response. We're sending trillions of dollars to other countries. We're devaluing our own dollar. I'm not saying all the things that you're talking about isn't happening. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just explaining something else that is happening that I right now think is a bigger reason for the problem, because the shit that you're talking about been going on. Copy? This is the new the factor. This is the new part of the equation that was added. You understand what I'm saying? This is the new element. Yes, also the stimulus package caused problems also. But the stimulus package was money that was going to be spent inside of America. Y'all do understand how the economy works, right? The stimulus package was still spent inside of America. They didn't send you know why people be mad at the Mexicans in the South? Because they get the money and then they send it back to Mexico. Alright, so listen. Well, some of the people. Listen. I don't have a problem with that, by the way. Listen. The stimulus package affected our economy. Do not get it confused. But it helped our economy. They needed the stimulus package. You understand? They needed people to spend money. The stimulus package did not hurt on the American economy. It was actually good for the American economy. We didn't have people spending money because people didn't have money. And the money that people had, they didn't want to spend because they didn't know when they was going to make more money. So the stimulus package actually helped our... Y'all do understand how the economy works, right? Rob Campbell says they killing the dollar so they could roll out new digital currency. That's a possibility. Agree to disagree. That's a possibility. But just so we could be clear, I agreed that the thing that you were saying was true. I don't want it to sound like I'm disagreeing with your point. You're disagreeing with my point. Yeah, Dynasty Visions don't understand how the economy works. But, I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I wish you listened more instead of trying to tell me, though. But it's fine. You think spending money hurts the economy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you if you think spending money hurts the economy. I don't know what to tell you. With that being said, they're sending that money over to the Ukraine. That's hurting our dollar. You understand? And besides the billions of dollars that they're sending over there to the Ukraine, Rugi Hauser says, I understand exactly what you're saying. Here in Newark, they have a new train here. Work, live here, spend time here initiative. It's all for the tax local. My dude, look, I don't know how to explain this. I'm constantly telling y'all real shit. There's just individuals that stay looking up on the internet and finding the one thing that's happening or the two thing that's happening that proves the fact. You know, the exceptions to the rule. And then all of a sudden I'm wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about, my nigga. Appreciate you for acknowledging that. I know what I'm talking about. What about the million Biden that gave the trillion? Trillion. It's trillion. We can't afford to go meet a Russia on the battlefield. And Russia knows that. That's why they just invited us into the battlefield. Exactly. Everybody knows that Dynasty Visions don't know what they're talking about. I'm not reading their comments no more. Y'all can talk to that person if y'all feel like it. But they're a waste of time to talk to me. Rugi Hauser said they spend all that money off of it, doesn't get spent for taxes here. The government actually loses out when we have money that we have like in our crib. Like if we have money in our crib, the government actually loses out. Like if we don't put that money in a bank, if we don't spend that money, if we just have the money sitting around, that's bad for the economy. Yes, it's many variables. That's a fact. Yes, they gave them trillions. That's what I'm trying to explain. And we got somebody in here talking about PPP loans. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, so they sent trillions of so they're devaluing our dollar. Apparently they think Alpha agrees with them. Apparently they think you agree with them, Alpha. They trying to bring you in this conversation. They saying you agree with them. Alpha, you agree with them? Who agrees with Dynasty Visions? Whoever agrees with Dynasty Visions, drop a red dot. Whoever agrees with me, drop a frost. Kobe the Great said Biden signed 40 billion aid package in May. No trillions, bro. You think he sent money only once? You think he sent money only once? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. We all know it's trillions. You just see who we all know it's trillions. He sent money over there like 3 or 4 times. This dude went and found one time that he sent money over here. You can't script this shit, man. You just can't script this shit. Oh man. Oh man, you just can't script this shit, man. You can't script this shit. Shout out to everybody that's commenting today. No, I don't feel like showing you. You show us. How about that? You show yourself. I don't feel like showing you nothing. Everybody that come in here and just saying the opposite of what I'm saying, I'm never showing you nothing. From now on, whenever anybody just saying the opposite of what I'm saying, I'm not even discussing it with you. You gonna have to come up with proof, everything else, and have a whole conversation with me that makes sense and has points before I'm even ready to say anything about anything that y'all saying. From now on, I don't want to talk to you niggas. I'm talking to supporters, primarily the supporters. Shout out to your boy Jimmy Belcher. Shout out to Alpha Omega. All of the things. I haven't even said nothing to you I don't know why I love. I haven't even spoken to you. This is the first time I'm saying anything to you. Or you just making that reference. I appreciate you. You shouldn't be here to agree or disagree. You should be here to have a conversation. It's easy to tell the people who's just disagreeing to disagree. They say stupid shit that don't make no sense. Samuel Villa said he follows the war. Salute. My dude, obviously, the leaders are preparing us for a new world order, one world currency. Yes. Okay, so what if I told you that there's a good chance that Bitcoin was created to, one, destroy economies around the world, but for two, to destroy your bank accounts? What if I tell you that? Yeah, I'm not addressing nobody's comments no more when they come in and they just saying shit that's wrong. You don't even know what you're talking about. Why would I be talking to you? There's people here that know what they're talking about. I'm going to talk to them. I'm talking to the people that know what they're talking about. I'm not talking to the people that don't know what they're talking about. It don't make sense. I've done that for too long. That's counterproductive. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing. You're right, Bartholomew. That's why you just got kicked. I don't know nothing. Anyway, told you, I'm just kicking them. With that being said, if y'all want to drop bags, y'all can drop bags. By the way, I just kicked 2 people out the room. Also, if you are enjoying the show, you can pull up to the Cash App. If you are enjoying the show, if we got anybody in here that could drop our Cash App into the chat, if you are enjoying the show. Also, if you would just like to, we have a Amazon wish list link down below. If you just want to, you know, support the BBN Network in any other way, we have an Amazon wish list down there. I should put food on that bitch, right? I should put food and allow for y'all to send me food for me to make, and then I put that content on the internet. I don't know about the mayor taking his pay in Bitcoins. All of the things. I need to make some all of the things merch, right? Who wants some all of the things merch? I could work on some all of the things merch this week. Who wants some all of the things merch? All of the things. I think we need some all of the things merch. Oh, I just came up with a dope ass idea. I just came up with a dope ass idea for all of the things. You say, hell yeah, folks would understand it. Yo, my dude, could I just say something? We have some of the most lit phrases on the internet. And we've had some of the most lit phrases on the internet since we've been on the internet, my nigga. We're live. Since we've been on the internet, we've had some of the most lit phrases. The Stone wants some shirts. We're gonna be in Times Square today. We will be on, real quick, we all gaming after the Tonight Show tonight. I'm gonna start the Tonight Show on time. I expect to end the Tonight Show around 11:30. Around 11:30, around 11, quarter to 12 o'clock, we are going to start our midnight video gaming. We're gonna be video gaming at midnight from now on. I want to invite some of y'all guys to come in here. When we get a little community of guys that want to video game every night, we're just going to start picking different games for different days. Also, we're going to start reposting video coverage and everything else. And for some of y'all that might get involved in this, that you want to just cut the video up yourself, remember, you can always rip the video, cut it up yourself, then send it to me and I'll repost. I don't care if I'm in it or not. Let's go. They don't tell us how many people lost millions off Bitcoin investments. I guess the best way to put it like this. If you have people that got millionaires off of Bitcoin, imagine how many people lost millions off of Bitcoin. Jay Samuel says El Salvador uses Bitcoin as their currency now. They want one world currency. They know people are ready for it, and I think that's another thing that Bitcoin did, to see who was ready for one world currency. There's people ready for it. Maybe the reason in which why like somebody said earlier, the reason in which why people's economies are being destroyed, so individuals will be more accepting of the one world currency idea. What time we got? I'm trying to find the time. Going on 11. El Salvador is a poor country. Make it make sense. Make sense? 100% makes sense. Somebody come up to me and try to dead on me, I'm going to do what I got to do. You do what you got to do. That's it. There's no reason to talk about You do what I gotta do. You do what you gotta do. I'm assuming you're gonna try to do everything you can to stay alive, and I'm assuming I'm gonna try to do everything I can to stay alive. Why do other countries seem to not hate Republicans, but they seem to hate the Democrats? Can somebody explain that shit to me? I do not currently play Elder Scrolls, and as hard as I heard that game is, I'm too old to start. I do play DC Universe, and I would love to get a DC Universe squad together. I would love to get a DC Universe squad together. But like I said, we're gonna try to get our shit together once we get a gaming computer. Once we get a gaming computer, we putting up servers. We need a GTA server. And we see what other games y'all like playing that we can get dedicated servers for. It's just that simple. Because in your GTA server, you can do whatever you want. Could we do a GTA and have it Western? Could we get a Western themed GTA? I need somebody to look into that. That's what we're trying to do. A Western themed GTA. Because you can make your own servers and put up your own shit, right? I just think outside the box. I don't like what everybody else is doing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can never be a hater. I don't even like what everybody else is doing. I couldn't hate on you. I can't be jealous of you. I can't want you to fail. I don't even like what other people are doing for the most part. We're going to get a saloon one way or the other, you rat bastards. We're going to figure it out. And we're going to make a server that's going to be so lit. People are going to be... our server is going to be lit. I promise you. This is why Joe Biden is really pushing for this war. Why is Joe Biden pushing for the war, my brother? And put me on the game. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just want you to elaborate. Sorry about this. I'm trying to reply back to somebody's comment. But no, I didn't. I played something. I thought it was on the wrong page. Oh, my apologies. The title was wrong. I got it. It's like nobody ever thinks I could make a mistake or some shit. It's like everybody, that's why I'm like, I think people just got a ridiculously high esteem of me. Because people really think I think people really think I don't make mistakes. I really think that. I think people really be looking at me like I'm too smart to make mistakes. So every single time something happened that they don't agree with, they just swear I did it on purpose. Could we get a dedicated server? I'm not talking about role play. DC Universe is lit. I might start doing DC Universe daily. to roll in a new world order. I don't think the world fucks with the Democrats. That's my point. I don't think the world fucks with the Democrats. I don't think the world fucks with the Democrats. You understand? That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't think the world fucks with the Democrats. I think the world fucks with the Republicans. I don't think they fuck with the Democrats, yo. I'm gonna put some actual shorts on. I'm gonna be wearing today. I don't think they fuck with the Democrats. Yo, I need some new hoochie daddy shorts, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm starting to like showing my knees every once in a while. It could just be because it's hot as shit outside, to be honest with you. Ain't nothing but a hoochie daddy. Ain't nothing but a hoochie daddy. There's so many things I've got to tell you, and I'm afraid I don't know how. Because there's a possibility that you look at me differently. Wow. I'm 16 you being in my life, things was destined to change. Ain't nothing but a who got the knees out today. Ain't nothing but a hoochie daddy. Ain't nothing but a hoochie daddy. Ain't nothing but a hoochie daddy. Yeah, I mean, we could do the role-playing thing too. Don't get it confused. I absolutely want to do that. Don't get it confused. But I just would like to have a dedicated server. There's a thing that I want to do. You do not understand and you don't get it. There's a thing that I want to do, but I can't tell everybody about it yet. I need to understand how we could get the server to work. And if then I could change parameters of a thing, we could create something that will be so dope. I promise you it's going to be worth it. I just don't know if certain things could be are applicable or not. So I don't want to say what I want to do. That's one. Two, I don't want nobody to beat me to the punch. Because the thing that I want to do is nobody's doing. I promise you. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. It's one of those ideas. It's one of those. You know when somebody else has a great idea and they're doing it, and then you see that idea, and then you have a better idea on how to use that idea? It's one of those ideas. But it's not really one of those ideas, because I had this idea way before I heard the person talking about the thing, but this was many, many years ago, and it was kind of a different variation. Anyway, with that being said, what y'all want to talk about real quick? We at the time of this show that I just want to bullshit. This bullshit for a little while before we get up out of here. We're going to Times Square today. We're going to be in Times Square today. I'm going to be going down there getting some video footage. We're going to go talk to some people, say hi to some people. I think I wish I had somebody that could be a cameraman. I don't. I told you, I need a girlfriend. Just hold the camera. No, don't worry about it. Point it this way. And the whole entire time, she probably had the wrong thing on, pointing at herself. Let me get back home. I'm like, why? Lucy! What the fuck? Alright. Yeah, I want to get. I really want to get down there. This is probably a good time. Good time of day to be down there. I mean, I'm not gonna get there for like another hour or two, even if I left right now. So I'm not gonna get there for like another hour or two. So I probably gotta start getting on the run. That's why you see me putting my Hoochie Daddy shorts on. Some sex on. You know what I'm saying? Rocking these today. This is what I'm rocking today, but you see me on this shit. This regular shit. This regular. Not special. Ain't nothing but a hoochie daddy. Ain't nothing but a hoochie daddy. Yeah, I hear about teenagers fighting the transit cops. All of the kneecaps. I seen that. From what I heard happened is the two teenagers was actually arguing with one another, I think, and then an officer tried to get involved to calm them down, and it escalated from there. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm happy that the officer didn't try to pull his gun out or anything. Other than that, it is what it is. I know how it feels to be in a rage and then somebody try to break the fight up and you go at them and you don't really mean them no harm. You understand what I'm saying? I know how that feels. Also, that kid was leaking. You understand what I'm saying? He got cut open. He was leaking. Yeah, I know how that feel. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna pretend I don't. I know how that feel. So angry. You know what I'm saying? You can't believe this motherfucker. And then somebody come and you don't even know who it is. They just grab you from behind and the next thing you know, it's up. I understand how that goes. If you don't know how that goes, if you've never been in that situation before, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. Some of us spent a long time being angry, so we try our best to stay out of situations. Not always successful, but we try our best. So you can ask for something, right? Yeah, definitely got the knees out tonight. Knees out. Knees out for the breeze out. Just saying shit. Yeah, definitely. Alright, we're gonna get up out of here. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get down there. I don't know how long I'm gonna be there. No, they said 60 days. Don't be confused. Also, Little Baby has been all over social media as of late. I saw a post the other day. I thought that was pretty interesting. And basically it was Little Baby talking like to a cameraman or whatever. And he was basically talking about how his street cred is real. Remember a while back I was making the assumption that maybe his street cred wasn't super real. Did it reach his ears? Because isn't nobody else saying that about Lil Baby? I was the only one that made that fucking comment. I didn't hear nobody else make that comment. We were just talking about it the other day when I was talking about he said he was hurt in prison or some shit. Also, we don't know when that video was made. That video could have been made like 2-3 years ago. What the fuck do I know? In any regard, the video just came out and it's basically him recertifying that he's street certified. Like, why? Why is that even necessary? You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that that's necessary and that that's a thing is something to me. Why is that a thing? Why is that necessary? Just something to think about. Yeah, he said people know. He said, yo, even if you didn't know him, you know about him. That's what he was saying. So, that's what it is. One thing Lil Baby does say in all of his, not all of his interviews, but I heard him say in a couple of his interviews, and that's that he don't beef with people. I always thought that was smart. With that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. It's time for us to go. I'm trying to get to Times Square. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna walk around, and we're gonna talk to strangers. Apparently, I am not gonna be live streaming. I'm gonna record, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna upload. So let's go now because the way where I'm at is set up. If I don't leave soon, by the time I get back, it's gonna be tomorrow. So, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna do all the things. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, go out there, do some beautiful shit in the world today. I'm pretty sure that there's something dope that we could all do, and don't do like I did the other day. I missed a great opportunity to do something nice for somebody. And just so y'all know, usually when I do nice things for people, I don't ever come on here and talk about it, to be honest with you. But I missed a great opportunity a couple of days to do some good in the world, and I wish I would have just had my eyes open, but they weren't, and I wasn't paying attention. So let's pay attention to the world around us, and let's be locked in, but not too locked in. We're all friends. With that being said, look, I love y'all. Go out there, do some great in the world, do some good in the world. I know you got it. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Wellness. Let's get it. I love you. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.